Okay, we got to get on to Tony Hinchcliffe. You're not going to believe what he's done. Are you ready for our headlining segment today? This is good. Okay? We're off me. We're on to him. Tony Hinchcliffe. Okay. Tony Hinchcliffe has been on a tear. We've been following him. We call him the Lobster around here. People ask why. You know, it's hard because now some of our Fools coverage dates back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. So, yeah, if you're new, it is kind of tough. Dig back through those archives. We'll keep you up to speed. We're not going to let you fall behind. We never would. We call him the Lobster. He was on a live Getting Dug with High episode where they did Getting Dug with High. It's the show that Doug Benson does in front of a live studio audience. And they started freestyle rapping, cringing out. And Tiffany Haddish was beatboxing. And Tony Hinchcliffe out of nowhere yells, "I'm a motherfucking lobster." And it was like silence. And it was the cringiest thing ever. And we replayed it over and over and over again. And we started calling him the Lobster. He's got pinches, you know, Meme City. But we're entering Meme City 2 today. Lobster is taking a backseat because after today, there will be a brand new Tony Hinchcliffe meme that everybody is going to love. This comes from Tony Hinchcliffe's #1 show, Kill Tony. We've watched it. His co-host, Brian Redban. His guest on this episode, who's his guest on this episode here today? Jules?
Tim Dillon.
Tim Dillon. Oh, yeah, that's right. Tim Dillon. Hey, it's Tim Dillon. Hey, I fought with porcelain. You know Tim Dillon's gay, right? You know, like an actual gay guy. Some people don't know that. You got to say it because he doesn't come off as gay. So if you missed that part, you wouldn't know he was gay. Tim Dillon, by the way, is good friends with Drew Michael. Okay, so there's Tim Dillon and Tony Hinchcliffe and Brian Redban. Look, they're sitting on their panel. They're live at the Comedy Store. What was that? Big audience, big full audience. Black guy on stage doing his 1 minute of stand-up. Remember, this is where comics, they put their name in a bucket. Tony draws their name. They come up. They do 1 minute of stand-up comedy, and then they're judged by the panel. Yeah. Something happens in this one. It's a slow build. You're going to love it, and the memes are going to be lit. Let's enjoy one of my favorite clips of the month. Here we go. From the latest Kill Tony.
I got what's something different about me or strange about me? I think I am the last straight flight attendant left.
Okay, so we backed this up a little bit. We want to show you some stuff here. The comics up here, he already did his 1 minute of stand-up, and now they're asking him their zany questions. And they said, what's something we don't know about you? He goes, I might be the only straight flight attendant left. And they go, oh, you're a flight attendant. Then they get into flight attendant talk, okay? So we'll let you see this just so you could get the vibe. We don't want to go right to the action. We want to build.
That is true.
You're a flight attendant?
Yeah.
After I just asked you. Really? You're a real flight attendant?
I am.
Get the fuck out of here.
If you started giving the announcements, I would be like, this guy is hijacking the plane.
Wow,
that is not a flight
That's
attendant.
incredible. What airline? Jet Black?
I'm not. Nice.
Tony,
Nice.
Tony, my mind's
Just let these fucking racist jokes keep coming, huh?
my mind's blown.
That was
I didn't
the
know.
beginning.
Okay, so it looks like Brian Redban's got his microphone waiting to say something. He's over here, blasted out in the highlights. Kill Tony is the only show that isn't streamed or broadcast. It's videotaped. It's really weird. Kill Tony has always been shot as if it's just an audience member holding a camcorder in the crowd, as if they're taping someone's dance recital. With all the money they're making, Brian Redban buys a Tesla, $90,000 Tesla. They can't, this show's actually good. They can upgrade this thing to a 3-camera shoot, get some professional tripods, cameras, video switcher. This show would be fantastic if it was shot nicely. But no, the money goes to Tony Hinchcliffe's Corvette. The money goes to Brian Redban's Tesla. Why invest in cameras and audio equipment? And it wouldn't cost much. For under $6,000 cash, they could have this beautiful 3-camera shoot, that cuts and has beautiful imagery and sound. It would be simple. I could set it up in an hour. In an hour. It could be a TV quality show. The content is actually very good. We hate Tony Hinchcliffe. It makes this show better. There's a lot of funny stuff that happens on the show. Jeremiah Wonders
Rules,
is actually very funny. This could be a great show. Go direct them, Mike. Yeah, I should. I can't believe people actually watch this shit. Do you know I've watched? It used to look way worse than this. I showed Jules the first tapes. It was 4x3, and it was shot on a cell phone flip phone cam from a mile away. All right, let's watch it. This is going to be the best tape of your life. Tony Hinchcliffe is in the middle here, by the way. It's hard to see again. Shot on camcorder. Tony Hinchcliffe has grown a goatee. Yep. He has grown a mustache and little goatee. You've never seen anything like it before. He looks 10 times more evil. Okay? We're going to continue to watch. Wait till you see what happens here.
Which one, Spirit?
Nah, I'm not telling.
Spirit.
I still work there. Shit.
It's all good. It's all good. We don't want to get you in trouble.
Spiritual.
Have you ever been on a flight where something happened, like something serious?
Yeah. I was in the back of the plane, and this passenger came up to me. He was frantic because this lady next to him was pissing in the seat.
So Spirit.
So she was.
Like you just outed yourself.
She was peeing her pants, or she pulled down her pants.
Remember,
and was
we
peeing
went back
directly
a
on
little
the seat.
far.
No.
purpose.
So she was sitting. What happened when he came to tell me that, I was the only straight guy on the flight. I was the only one that was eager to see the shit.
Why we're all.
So I ran and I went to go watch.
Right.
And the lady was sitting there fucked up, and she just pulled her panties to the side and was pissing in the bath bag. And I just stayed her and I let her finish.
Are you telling me that somebody went up to the gay flight attendants and was like, someone's pissed in the seat, and they were like, whatever.
Ew. Well, the thing was, the guy that told was probably gay too. That's why.
None of this matters, by the way.
I never would have left.
We just want you to be there.
Wow.
Wait, I was having. You never see that. Like when you gonna see that?
Did you tell her to stop, or did you just kind of?
No, I didn't.
Say
I didn't tell
world
her.
star. And,
No. Let's see.
Scissor.
Nah.
Did you just? How did you? What's the protocol on your hairline for that type of?
I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what to tell her, but I was a gentleman. I let her finish.
Now, you said you were sitting in the back of the plane. Do they make you sit there?
The one good joke from Joel Berg of the day.
That's good. That's good.
He gives himself his own drum roll, which is ridiculous.
Oh, you're in big trouble, mister.
I think it's coming soon, right?
I'm glad y'all can't see me blushing.
How long have you been a flight attendant for?
About 18 years.
Wow, that's
Great, man.
incredible.
You know, Tony wants to be a pilot, and he's going to learn how to fly a plane, and like he's really interested in anything about airplanes. So.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to stop there. So Brian Redban grabs the mic and he goes, Tony wants to be a pilot, and he's really interested in airplanes and a lot of stuff like that. Okay. How could this possibly lead to anything, right? It's a fun fact about Tony. Maybe that's why he grew that goatee. Let's hear this again.
He's going to learn how to fly a plane, and like he's really interested in anything about airplanes. So.
Wow, thanks, Redban.
No, it's cool. You are though. I mean, you can land a plane.
Ha, nerd.
It's unbelievable.
Are you serious though?
Okay, hold on.
You really do?
What?
You really want to be a pilot?
I don't want to be. I don't know why he would say that. I don't want to be. Not like professionally. I just want to. Yeah, definitely not professionally. I'm one of the top young rising stand-up comedians in the world. That's why saying that Tony wants to be a pilot, especially on a live podcast, doesn't make
sorry
any sense.
for outing you.
Well, no,
what's
it's
the most fucked up thing
He's talking about his job.
you've seen a pilot
Brian's already
do?
drunk somehow.
Okay. That's our first level of this. For some reason, Tony, and when you can see this, if you see his face up close, it's hard to see because they got a bad camera. See his face. He's panicking. He's panicking that Brian said this, and he's looking around, and I don't want to be a fucking pilot. I'm a comic. And he's really mad. All right, let's go back to level 1. Okay.
Definitely not professionally. I'm one of the top young rising stand-up comedians in the world. That's why saying that Tony wants to be a pilot, especially on a live podcast, doesn't make
sorry
any sense.
for outing you.
Well, no,
What's
it's
the
more.
most fucked up
He's
thing
talking about his job.
you've seen a pilot
Brian's already
do?
drunk some.
Tim
Most
Dillon,
fucked
you
up thing
piece
you've
of
seen
shit.
a pilot do?
Keep watching.
Most fucked up thing I've seen a pilot
Oof,
do.
this is a
A
big
lady
one.
got on a plane one day, joking around. She was just having fun. She was like, "Yo, hope you're not drunk." And
Right.
the pilot said, "Oh, you think this is a game?" And went and called for somebody to come drug test him and delayed the flight for like 5 hours.
What kind
he
of
was
fucking
drunk.
loser
That's what I'm saying. And that's what
of
he
a
wants
pilot?
to be.
Keep
Yeah.
watching.
But let me ask you this, isn't it? No, I don't want to be that, by the way. Again,
Listen.
it's just unbelievable. I don't want to be a professional
You
pilot. Hey, well, again, it wouldn't make any fucking sense. I have a whole tour schedule. I don't want to be a professional pilot. What I want to do is eventually have an airplane and fucking fly it.
Right.
My own little airplane, like a fucking baller. I don't want to be a professional pilot, so stop saying that I want to do that. And you never say it again, you fucking morons.
Whoa! We got a flip out! He spazzed! So what is going on here? Today, Redbar investigates the pilot stuff. What is this about? Okay, we need to see. This is level 2. There are more levels. Okay. Let's listen to this. It is a spastic meltdown of epic proportions here with this pilot thing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened, but we're going to give you some of our thoughts afterwards. Come up with your own little conspiracies here as well. The chat is going insane right now. Holy fuck, it's pilot season. So angry. Baby's first yell. He's unhinged. Pilot confirmed. Ha ha ha. He's a pilot. He's a pilot. Tony is a pilot. He's a motherfucking pilot. What did I tell you? Lobster over. Pilot, Tony? Woo! Easiest thing to meme. I would like to see at least 4,000 movie posters with this guy's face, pilot themed movies. I mean, come on. Think about the options here. All right, let's watch some more.
Pilot, yeah.
But let me ask you this, isn't it? No, I don't want to be that, by the way. Again, it's just unbelievable. I don't want to be a professional pilot. Hey, well, again, it wouldn't make any fucking sense.
And it's weird how they're all like picking up on this. And Tony's like, I don't want to be a pilot. And the black comic's like, you should. And he's like, again, I don't want to. And he's taking it out on everyone. Look at that. That's really, this is actually like very well performed comedy that all happened by accident organically.
I don't want to be a professional pilot.
shouldn't.
Hey, well,
he
again,
says you shouldn't.
it wouldn't make any fucking sense. I have a whole tour schedule. I don't want to be a professional pilot. What I want to do is eventually have an airplane and fucking fly it.
Right.
My own little airplane. Like a fucking baller. I don't want to be a professional pilot, so stop saying that I want to do that. And you never say it again, you fucking morons. It's a whole different thing.
I said pilot. I said pilot.
No, you said Tony wants to. No.
I did.
We're not going to argue about it now. Now we're going deeper.
I didn't even know there was a difference.
Mom, Dad, stop it.
Now, okay, Porcelain told me we should hate Tim Dillon. We laughed. We said, get out of here, Porcelain. Tim Dillon rules. I agree with Porcelain now. Do you see what Tim Dillon's doing? Tim Dillon is performing what's called, I don't know what this move is, but it's this fear of conflict. He's trying to get Tony out of this. So we have the most amazing thing happening, and what's Tim Dillon doing? He's trying to change the subject with jokes. We hate this during our live watches. We've seen this many times before where they're uncomfortable with the moment, so they try to change the topic by doing a lousy joke. Tim Dillon, shut the fuck up! I am finding him to be quite despicable lately. It's starting to add up. Don't distract us from this, Tim. We've earned this. All right, we're going to go back. Now, Tony, as I saw somebody wrote baby's first scream. That's so good. When a rant is unhinged, You can tell. You could tell when a rant is more, the guy's going ballistic. I mean, the way he's screaming and carrying on about this particular moment here is that of a child. It is of a man who's never sworn before. Let's keep watching.
No, you said Tony wants to. No. I did. We're not going to argue about it now. Now we're going deeper.
I
didn't even know there was a difference.
Piss
Mom, Dad, stop it.
No.
Yeah, I would like to piss on a
I
plane.
can never get away with that shit.
Now, listen, Jeremiah Watkins over there is behind the black guy. You can barely see him, but he's got his hand up right now. Remember, the Kill Tony band, it's a three-piece band. Jeremiah on saxophone, some dude on guitar, and some other dude on drums. In each Kill Tony show, they introduce the band. The band comes out, they're playing different characters each show. This time, they happen to be playing early 2000s Disney kid stars. Okay, so Jeremiah and the other guys, they're playing kids from Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. Okay, so Jeremiah's voice this episode is, "Hey, I'm just a kid. Hey, Tony, I'm a kid. I'm from Nickelodeon." And that's his character. He's raising his hand to ask a question. And this is what I want to say. Jeremiah Wonders is kind of badass. Watch what happens here.
Mom, Dad, stop it.
No.
Yeah, I would like to piss on a
I
plane.
can never get away with that shit.
No, I wouldn't either, but I'll do it.
Ooh, and I hate that too. The guy in the back goes, "Mom, Dad, stop it. Mom, Dad, stop." I hate that. I've had that on this show all the time. We're in a fight. Please, let two people fight. I hate when people go, "Oh, Mom and Dad, please stop. I don't want to." Did you grow up in a broken household? Is it actually triggering you, or are you being that insulting? Always let a fight continue. Never break up a fight. And that Mom and Dad line, that goes through me like a cold storm. I don't want to hear that shit. Save that one. That's up there with, "To be fair, blah, blah, blah." Don't say that shit. It's condescending. Just watch the fight and stop spazzing. Yes, you got it right there. Here we go. Jeremiah is going to ask a question in the kid's voice.
I can't
So,
wait.
Gene, what's it like being a broke-ass Wayne Brady?
Oh, watch this, though.
Changing the subject from piloting a plane. Really, I didn't want to do that to you.
So Gene, when did you find out that Tony wanted to become a pilot?
There you go. There it is. There it is. You did it again.
So do you hear what two things happened here, and this is why I have to back up. Tony decides to really viciously insult this black guy to stop everyone from talking about pilots, and Tony is such a piece of shit that he even admits that. Listen to this.
When did you find out that Tony wanted
Wait. It's right back here.
Broke-ass Wayne Brady.
One more.
I can't
So,
wait.
Gene, what's it like being a broke-ass Wayne Brady?
And this is the nice. He's been nothing but nice and good. There was no. That's why everyone in the crowd didn't laugh. They went, "Ah," and he's sitting there like, "Thanks a lot, man. That's all I am to you. That was a low blow. I'm just trying to be friends. I guess it's not time for African Americans yet. Oh well, I'll wait another 80 years." That's what he did to this poor black guy. Tony Negs the Negro. Yeah, you got it. And listen to what he says here.
Changing the subject from piloting a plane. Really, I didn't want to do that to you.
So Gene, when did you find out that Tony wanted to become a pilot?
There you go.
And then Jeremiah Wonders actually likes when Jeremiah notices Tony's getting shitty, he piles on. Because secretly, Jeremiah is sick of his shit. And I'm sure privately Jeremiah can never get one over on Tony. And Tony is always mansplaining to him and knocking him down. So when he gets these little chances, he takes them. Because he knows Tony's not going to do shit to him on the stage. And by the time this is all over, Tony knows. See, Tony's not completely retarded. So Jeremiah knows that I can diss Tony in the middle of a Kill Tony show. By the time the show's over, Tony might still be mad, but he'll know that it's too ridiculous to bring up to me. So I'll be able to get away with it. So he gets him in. And he did a beautiful one. Here.
So Gene, when did you find out that Tony wanted to become a pilot?
There you go.
And Tony, this is going to trigger him again.
There it is. You did it again.
This is great.
Jeremiah, you wacky motherfucker.
Oh man, you let a little insight into what gets under your skin, and that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Ooh. So Jeremiah being a little bitchy. You gave us a little insight as to what gets under your skin, and then Tony's response. Tony is so lost in madness. He just goes, "Yeah." Oh, good one, Tony. Here, let's watch that again. I think I went back too far.
Did it again. Jeremiah, you wacky motherfucker.
Isn't this good?
Oh man, you let a little insight into what gets under your skin, and that makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
Oh, that means he's really pissed. The epic Tony? Tony the comedian? The wonder child? The golden pony? That's all you can think of? That's your comeback? Yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, at least be more definitive. At least I'd be like this. Oh, please. That's what I do now. Did I say that? When somebody says something about me that's entirely not true, I immediately, you can't even take a second. You got to look at them and go, oh, please, come on. Oh, please. Okay. But to go, yeah, sure. Like, that's pathetic. Okay, let's watch.
It's hilarious every time. It's great. I love it.
There's more.
Really doesn't make any sense. It's the show, not really my skin. It's not about that.
The more we talk about it, the deeper it gets.
I love
Well, no,
it.
because it's
I
just
love
off
it. I think-
subject. It's off the subject of the guest.
but
which
I-
seems
And the crowd is going, oh, shit. The crowd knows. This is rich. And that's why we're backing up. You got to hear the richness to this stuff. Even the comic on stage is like, ah! And Tony's like, fuck all of you. You're so fucking dead after this.
not really my skin. It's not about that.
The more we talk about it, the deeper it
more- I
gets.
love
Well, no,
I
because it's
love
just
it. I
off
think-
subject. It's off the subject of the guest, which
but
seems to be a
I-
regular
only disclaimer-
misunderstanding with you. It's taken
Only
from the
disclaimer,
guest.
like I said, I am the last straight one.
Well, not when I become a pilot, my
Exactly.
friend.
And now-
No.
Exactly. That's what I- that's what
Watch,
I'm
listen to
trying get
this,
at.
though.
There you go. I have to knock down the stupid improv ball.
Whoa! That might be one of the most egregious things I've heard him say all show. So now Tony joins in, but he adds, yeah, I had to knock down your stupid improv ball. No, you didn't knock it down, sir. You submitted like a bitch. You took over. You bent that. We shoved that airplane right up your ass. Okay?
That's what I'm trying to get at.
There you go. I have to knock down the stupid improv ball. There you go. Gene Harding, everybody.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
there he
that.
goes. Great
This
set.
continues.
Thanks,
This
guys.
goes on, right? I think so. Look, oh my God. So the guy gets off stage and now there's music playing and Tony immediately snaps at Redbar going, I do not want to be a pilot. Why are you telling people this? Watch this. This is crazy. Watch Tony. You're not going to be able to hear him too well.
Great set.
Thanks, guys.
Watch them. They're fighting. And Redbar too's got the biggest smile on his face because they all want to stick it to this asshole because he treats them like such shit. And look at Jeremiah's having a blast. It's almost like Redbar and Jeremiah have this look to them, this smirk like, don't fuck with us. Okay? We love you though. You know, it's almost evil. And Tony is fucking furious.
And keep in mind, he has a goatee.
Yes,
and a
he has a
mustache
goatee now. Yes, exactly.
You're out of control. This fucking guy.
Welcome
How many of you think I want to be a professional pilot? Thank you. I would like to announce my retirement from comedy today.
This is
There'll be
golden.
no episode of Kill Tony next week. I'll be training at a fucking pilot company. These guys make like $40,000 a year. That's it.
Oh, this is weird. Couple things going on. We're going to make our predictions here. But what we've seen so far is it's almost like Tony... It's almost as if like he's Elon Musk on the Joe Rogan show and the stockholders are watching. It's almost a stockholders are watching situation. Forget the Elon Musk part. It's almost like, don't tell people I want to be a pilot then they won't want to hire me as a stand-up thinking I'm going to quit stand-up and become a pilot. So I don't want to scare the market. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's almost like, in a way, that's prediction number. We're going to get into more. But this is what it's coming off as at this moment, where he keeps going, why would I quit stand-up to be a pilot? You could do both, by the way. And it's almost in this weird, suspicious PR prevention mode where, like, shut the fuck up. Don't tell people I want to be a pilot, because then they won't invest in my comedy career, thinking that he's just going to quit to become a pilot.
Because why does he keep bringing up that he'd have to quit stand-up? He brought that up twice.
Exactly. So that's such a bizarre angle. I've got 2 more suspicions here afterwards, but let's watch more, because he's going to carry on. He's not going to let this one go. He's going to try to now see eventually when Tony, he's not completely insane. So when he starts slowly getting out of his anger haze, I compare it to like a haze you would be in a video game. You know, you're a character in a video game, a shooting game or something, and you get hit and you have like bad health for like 10 full seconds. So you're going slower, but then you slowly get out of it and now you're back. So he's like that. So he's going to start making jokes to try to bury what just happened and make it seem like he's comfortable with it. But he is not, obviously. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Pilot company. These guys make like $40,000 a year. That's it.
I said pilot, man.
I'm hanging up the bucket. But that's it. Okay. You said it to a guy that works in the airline business. What? Doesn't matter. Put your hands together for Carol.
See how bizarre this is? So Redbar is going, what are you talking about? I said pilot, not like professional pilot. Like, you don't have to work for United Airlines. I meant like, you want to fly your own plane, you'll be a pilot. And he goes, yeah, but you said it to a guy who's in the airline industry. Yeah, you fucking idiot. What? Now I'm even more confused as to where this motivation is coming from to be this upset about this. We're going to dig in more. I've got another secret suspicion.
Okay. You said it to a guy that works in the airline business. What? Doesn't matter. Put your hands together for Carolyn Portner, everyone. Carolyn fucking Portner. We're talking about working. Carolyn Portner.
And he's so mad at his whole
wow.
staff.
Here she comes.
Here we go. Come on, guys. Good and loud for Carolyn.
So I like how Tony has to sit there and just take his staff's insubordination right up the ass. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing you could do. You can't flip out on any of these guys. You can't tell them that they can't do that. So he's just stuck there being so mad. Let's see if they bring it up one more time here.
Portner.
Hey guys, how's
Does
it
it come up
going?
again?
All right, a little
No,
about
because
me.
now we got this girl stand
Yeah,
up.
I think it
It might come up once again. So
I think
okay.
Redban plays like a couple pilot
Yeah.
sound effects at the
To
end
get
of the show.
him mad. So what happened here? Why did Tony have this freak out? It can't be easy. So I don't want to Feed Dana Media says Tony doesn't want to be a pilot because it doesn't make enough money. Yeah, sure. But there
what would
must be more.
inspire?
There must be more. So here's where I'm going to go with this one. Whenever something's really confusing, instead of looking on the surface, let's look to what else could have happened. Okay? Let's take it back to home base. Here's what I know about most people. They're at odds with their significant others. All the time, we see it on display. We were just talking earlier. Most people couple up, man and woman, couple up thinking they like each other, thinking they love each other. They move in with each other, and they tolerate each other. And they almost become roommates. They don't really love each other. They don't really like each other. And there's animosity brewing. Last year, Tony got married to an Australian model. Not a model like you're thinking, not some hot blonde healthy model, but a coke-addicted brunette model who does modeling more along the lines of Cutter shit. Like she'll have a freaky deaky picture of her in a bathtub, all weird. But she's a model. She's from Australia. He married her. moved her to L.A. and never really wanted anyone to talk about it. It's all been done in secrecy. We've covered as much of it as we could on the show. So I'm thinking, okay, what could cause a man to freak out like this? And we often forget to consider what types of lies they've told to the wife, what types of lies they've told to the girlfriend, or what types of lies they've told to anybody who may be watching this now. We rarely consider that maybe somebody is watching and maybe something that's happening here conflicts with a discussion that's happened off camera in their personal lives. Maybe he brought up this thing about getting a plane. Maybe his wife and him had a blowout fight about it, and he promised her, okay, I'll drop the airplane thing. I won't become a pilot.
Because who else would you have to hide being a pilot from?
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe they just got over this big fight, and she said something like, well, I don't want to hear you talk about wanting to be a pilot again, because this is just, it's not, we have so many bills here. We got other stuff to worry about. Now, this is just like an example of something like that could have happened to get your mind thinking in that direction. And then Redbar brings it up, and he's like, fuck, God damn it, she's sitting at home watching this. You motherfucker. You know? Okay. You're onto something here, people say. I don't think that's what happened.
It's just a theory. These are all theories.
No. It's not even a theory. It's an example of theories that we should think about, okay? It's like it's just a fill in the blank for something that could happen. Obviously, I'm not a fucking mind reader. I don't even know who he hangs out with in his real life. But something is up with this pilot thing. I want to hammer this pilot thing on. Now, he is going to try to blow this off and ride with it for the next 2 weeks. He's going to go, ha ha, pilot. I want to see if this really gets through. I want to know what this pilot thing is about. I want this memed into oblivion. I want the only word that he sees for the next 2 weeks to be pilot, 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 pilot this, pilot that. Imagine him with the scarf and the fucking goggles and the World War II planes.
Snoopy.
I mean, come on. It's endless opportunity. I would like to see where this goes. Something's up.
Oh, yeah. Didn't Bill Burr just become a pilot?
He became a pilot of a helicopter, yes. Yeah.
Maybe he was planning on secretly taking pilot's lessons, and then when he's really good, then he can use it as just one of his things.
Something
like,
deeper.
I'm a pilot,
no, there's something deeper here. Something darker and more twisted and more exposing. Frankly, whatever's happening here, once we get to the bottom of it, I feel that it will be very embarrassing. It won't be something that Tony did wrong. It'll be something that just embarrasses Tony because he got himself into a calamity. Okay? Something happened. Something. We will find out, Tony. Yeah, Amelia Earhart looking at his nigga, put propeller wings on his vet. And the idiot bought a red Corvette. I mean, literally, even people like those Corvette guys obsessed with Corvettes, he's like, he bought a Corvette. We haven't even bought a Corvette in 15 years. Even Corvette guys aren't buying Corvettes anymore. What the fuck? He bought a red Corvette that he drives around L.A., a convertible. Imagine that. I'm going to get a fancy car. Finally making some money. I'm going to get a cool car. What do people think are cool? Corvettes, of course. Oh, it's black? Okay. I thought red.